can't wait. I don't want Babylon to steal your faith. You better not give in to their false lies. Consciousness, we have to just open up your eyes.
Yeah.
We went with your dad.
Yeah, that was
we hang out with Uncle.
Yeah, that was some classic times.
That was some turning points in my life.
Some turning point. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
The kind
Both
trip.
of us.
Yeah. Okay.
Halafe.
Oh, you saw some action, huh?
Yeah, bro, that was classic.
Watch dummies.
Somehow I was there. You know.
Okay, cool. I was like, oh, good thing I never helped you guys.
It's like everybody know I wasn't part of these. I don't know how long these guys been doing this, but my first time, I kind of want to get the route, the kind of go first time.
You know the best part, Chico? The best part is now as one dad and one uncle. As one dad and one uncle. You're flame on, uncle. As one dad and one uncle. Now we gotta yell at the kids.
How
shady is that?
Yeah, some normal part of things, I guess. You know, you gotta influence.
How's that, uncle?
I think this gonna cause like.
Make noise. This gonna make noise.
What does make noise?
The bass.
Okay, he complain about I make noise. Then later on,
But Daniel always been known for make noise.
a little bit loud.
As long as I've been known this guy, he's been known for make some noise.
For real, yeah. OG noisemaker. Well, I like just say that it's an honor to have you here tonight.
Yeah, bro. Stoked for you over here with you guys, bro. Right on.
And
Stoked on what you guys been doing.
you know what we're interested in, Kikua, for real kind.
What's up?
We're gonna ask you some kind of shady stuff right now. I'm going to dive right into the deep end of the pool. I'm gonna dive into the deep end of the pool because you are a part of the class. Yeah. You is one of those chosen cows, bro. You're one of those chosen sheep of Navahi o Kalani o Pu'u, huh? And then not just
Wapuka,
but brah, like
The first class.
yeah.
you a part of
and,
like I don't want to say history,
a few others.
Bro,
right?
What
But
you mean? It's part of history, bro.
but you a
A
part
bunch
of
of us.
history, bro.
5
You're
of
part of
us
history.
together.
You know what I say? We can say 1898 the language was banned, and then what year you graduate?
That was 99.
Yes,
1999, the first graduating class
Had Kupunas that was
of
scrapping
freaking
for that,
Mana Little
bro.
Keiki coming out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But it's 101
So
years,
it's 5 only for us in Hilo,
Whoa.
and then had Oahu too.
Amen,
So
bro.
you know, had classes in both Hilo and over here too.
But you know what? If you're from
Had a
Hilo,
few-
if you're
had a
from
group.
Hilo, you know Oahu
Had
no
a
count.
But I tell everybody this from a friend of
Had a group.
class, yeah.
You know,
Who's
the
your
class
classmates,
hoods all
right?
over. The all hoods across the pie.
How many in your graduating class had, bro?
For us, had 5
5?
in Hilo.
5.
I forget
Hilo.
how much had exactly in.
So was
I
you-
think had another 5.
Was Huli Lao?
Huli Lau?
Kaue Nahoi.
Kaue Nahoi.
Kawai and Kalimahana Young.
Okay, so first of all, my question is, I'm a little bit jealous. I'll be honest. I'm a few years older than you. I missed the cutoff. You know, for the Punana Leo, you must be this high. I was a little bit higher.
Yeah, I never get in Punana Leo either. It's not like I
okay.
went all the way. So, you know, get the kind like, you know, from the bar, Punana Leo all the way through.
I was
So
one of the
wasn't
jealous. I was one of the jealous
I wasn't
ones
fortunate
watching
enough.
these
I wasn't
sacred
one of those.
I went
cakes.
some, I went
You know?
that
I
kind.
wasn't one of those.
I went that kind, you
My
know.
brother was
like,
one of the first ones.
regular
Kela
country
was
school,
teaching Hawaiian language class at QLCC over there when I was. And in Kalihi. And he older than me 7 years, so that's kind of that much older. Yeah, 56 years ago.
So that was what? When start? The
was
Punana
that
Leos
year,
was
bro?
80,
About
84.
84, 5.
Yes, sir.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And it took, like, talk to Tutu na ilima. Guys didn't tell us in
Oh,
the time.
tutu, na ilima. Eh, I never said
Yeah,
that.
so he like me. No. Oh, yeah, bro.
Tutu now. Kea wana ka puna. Aloha iwa e kupuna. Yes, you.
That's the kind. No, my me kona noi kela.
Bruh, legendary oya. Yeah, no,
but
for real.
He tell us,
Aloha
they
kumu.
forget they was breaking the law sometimes. Breaking the
yeah.
law.
No, yeah, respect,
For make this
bruh.
thing happen.
That's
You know what I
exactly
mean?
it,
I mean? Sometimes we gotta break laws. You know what I mean?
Okay, wait.
I'm not endorsing breaking laws here.
Wait,
No,
I like clarify this. I like clarify this though.
But you know what I mean?
In order
Laws
for
is
the
made to
Hawaiian
change.
language
Bro,
revolution
for that
to
to
exist,
happen, they had to do
we had
some
to break
things
the laws.
and they had to break laws, bro. for do a day.
You know, this is the first.
Choke
This is the first I ever
sacrifices,
hearing
cuz.
of this because now you go to the Hawaiian language school. These guys make up laws now, and you gotta follow these new laws. So the fact that they had to break laws.
Hey, they're smart in the law thing, bro. They have to break them, you know. They learn, bro. Quick, bro. You know what I mean? When you broke them, you gotta know good, bro. That's the guy who know them the best.
Yes, right.
You know what I mean? That's all.
That's like,
Yeah.
I like that.
me, bro.
I'm actually a proponent of breaking laws if it means that you further your culture and your community and your ohana. Yeah.
If that was when you,
I'm all about that.
How many classes have graduated since then?
But I was 99 when 2021.
Amen, bro.
So
Do the math, I don't know.
yeah, 20. That's 23 years.
Amen, bro.
So I got a question, Kekua.
Yola.
As ke kahi kanaka hiki o olelo me kamalahi. What avenues of employment are there available today, and where can you use this treasured language? Okay. And I'm only asking this question. I get my own stories, but fuck my stories, bruh. I'm the wannabe class. You guys in the class, and I hate to say it, I got shady confession for me. I go make this confession because I really gotta meet him. Bruh, I gotta super apologize to Iini Kahakalao. Yeah, because when she was a young lady just graduate, she called me up for something, and I was like, all right, girl, let's see where your kuya is at. Let's fucking break all the things. You one of the sacred freaking ponies over here. Go, go, go. And she, I think I went overpressure her. But, like, in my eyes, because of this malama that you guys had, I see all you guys as, like, Maui the superheroes. Yeah, you guys get gifted with insight, with ike, with your language ability for break them down. I see that as such a huge power, and I've been actually waiting for the real Olelo Hawaii revolution, which is ke ola ne ka Olelo Hawaii ma Hawaiian. Mai ke kahakai iuka. It's pronounced and it's there and it's constant, and you go 7-Eleven, you go bank, you whatever you do.
One day, bro, one
freaking,
day.
It's not the name of the building.
Yeah.
One day, bro.
Yeah. Wahiki.
We can't.
So I guess that's my question. Back
So
into
what kind
this,
of
what can you
job
do?
opportunities is available? I guess in the tourist industry, you're always gonna have, one want for that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Just thinking along the lines of, job opportunities because of one Olelo background. Teacher, the normal, plenty people become teachers, of course.
Right, like you're one crazy one I ran into.
There's not a whole lot really, bro. To tell you the truth, bro, just because of your Olelo, you know what I mean? You gotta have a bunch of other skills under your belt.
The craziest one I found is the state of Hawaii Supreme Court has
Translator.
a Hawaiian language library, because from 1921 back, it was all English and Hawaiian in the court system. And so choke of the precedence is the Olelo supersede the Olelo Haole in that time. Yeah. And so there's a Ni'ihauan graduate from True to Kauai immersion that operates as the librarian for that. I thought that was one of the coolest not one teacher job for Olelo Hawaii. But I wish that in the future, if you get 5 applicants and 1 Olelo Hawaii, that's the one automatically get the job. You know what, you guys?
Yes, bro.
That's the law we got to make.
Yep.
We got to create one state law that gives you, like, if you Olelo Hawaii, you automatically out-qualify the next competitive person in it. And that would clearly give all the language speakers one unique caveat to getting jobs.
Not so unheard of, we had plenty of our, royalties exercise similar kind things, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Preferences for, you know what I mean? Hey, you come talk to me, you got Olelo Maka Hine, but, until those
what if that
people
is the
in
precedent?
Places of power like that, do things like that, then we're not going to see things like that then, you know what I mean?
So what? Here's my question, Kikua. How do we do it? Yeah.
Like you said, I guess make the, I don't know.
I think
change the law.
I think by feeding.
I don't know.
Guarantee.
I get a question.
It's different breaking the law nowadays, though. You know what I mean?
You think Huli Law pays taxes?
Breaking the law is not just like you might say, oh, just break the law, and then you might change them before. But nowadays, gotta watch out.
I think Huli Law pays taxes.
I don't know.
I ask Huli Law, you pay taxes.
So I don't know.
Because this my question is,
go and tell me, hey boy, pay your taxes, bro.
No, this is my question. What if we all agree? What if we all agree to pay our taxes?
You just tell them what you need to, bro. You just,
If the taxes is in English and Hawaiian. Right? Because you could go get the tax for Makolelo Hawaii. And then if they make them in Hawaiian, then that means they like the Hawaiians pay taxes, right? If they only make them in English, they only like the English pay taxes. You know what? I used to use this argument in court when I used to get parking tickets. I used to tell them straight. It's not apply to Hawaiians
because no more Hawaiian on the thing.
Yeah, it's not apply to me. I'm gonna
see, no even in my language.
Yeah, you didn't exclude me.
21 years later, you get weird examples like Mr. Kaue Nahoi, who like is employed by the state.
Okay.
And like because of his olelo, in the archives, and because of his olelo, and it's valuable that he able. I believe for this cipher stop. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So they're popping out.
Oh, but yeah. You
okay.
Know, just Hawaiian work, graduate. Anue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know him.
No.
Oh, Bahama.
Who's that again?
This kid graduate Anue.
What year?
I don't know. Buggers, you guys all the kind.
Oh, this guy's
Bugger look older than me. Bugger, I don't know about like uncle, like uncle. Call me uncle. But yeah, bro. And like at the archives, but like, we gotta create one path, that separates one olelo person, in one positive light.
I would be down to introduce legislation this year for olelo Hawaii.
With no more of that.
I think this is something that we gotta push, and we gotta get the language speakers and the non-language speakers to realize that if they made it mandatory, that we'd all learn olelo Hawaii that much faster. Like, that been my big argument with the state. Is like, I stupid because you guys only offer them in one language, which puts me at a handicap. And even though you think, like, my olelo haole is on point, I 100% can show you 2 Fs that I took in English 100. So I can prove without a doubt, my olelo haole, I'm a dummy. In the same semesters, I got D's in Hawaiian language. So, we know. But I'm pass. Okay, no, actually, I think my grade was better in Hawaiian language. But, I believe that there's economic necessity to empower the indigenous language speakers, right? And unfortunately and fortunately, like this whole thing we're dealing with, race and identity, how many non-Hawaiians have held critical places in Hawaiian language. And I don't want to say capitalized on it, but recognized that so few people had this knowledge that there was space for them as a foreigner in executing this. And I mean, to me, I love Puakea Nogameyer. I think he's a beautiful person. And I've been absolutely amazed that someone can come here at 19, be fostered into this community, and then today is one of like the living legacies of knowledge and understanding of this. And, I don't know about Big Island. Big Island, they get all kind of politics of olelo, but over here on Oahu, the first time I went to court and finally got an interpreter, it was Puakea Nogameyer.
Yes. I think on the same token, like and we're talking about race, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
The way he come li'i, that the black boy, Kanaka boy.
Oh yeah,
he sing music.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. He was hanai to.
Yep.
Whoever would teach him how to do that, right? That's the right.
I mean, get plenty outstanding. I laugh at the Anthony family.
The race matter
because all the Anthonys, including Elia, actually the only Anthonys that get Hawaiian is Naalehu guys. Yeah, and all of our children now, but.
Right.
From that whole clan, from the Fijians that came, none of their kids married Hawaiian.
And that's all good examples, right? Of why race no matter.
But Eli, she still go Haloa.
Yeah, very much.
So she's
part
like
of a Hawaiian culture, you know. That continues to exist because of things that they do. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you said,
it's some crazy. It's some crazy shit.
Like
now.
you said, I don't know, race, it's touchy subjects, all these kind of things,
right?
But what, Kiko, we touching on
now that Kiki, right? Now that Haumana, bro, that inundated and the baga sing and know all the music and know all the words and know all of the mele.
And he carrying the thing.
Yes,
he carrying
that's
them.
the
He's
point.
a carrier of that thing.
Yes, like, hey, like, cause we all know, take that dedication and all of that, almost like Hanai into the biome. That one in this particular case, it was actually Hanai, I believe.
It's interesting. They call it Hanai, but I think more, not like you fed, but you eaten by the culture. Yeah, when the culture eat you and digest you and spit you out, you different. Yeah, and then the digestion is all the experiences. Yeah, and when you go to these places, even if you don't want the lesson, you got taught one. Yeah, and the smart guys will remember them because the next time they came, they never make the same mistake.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then when you have the point where you get wise enough, to seek out the knowledge that you want. Yeah, taro farming is something that, although I've done my whole life, I wasn't really ono for it till into my 20s, like ono. And even with the ono, didn't really have the opportunity to really, because it's about land and water.
Because it was about,
never have access to land and water.
Reality is hard to go to the bank for one loan because there's no return. Actual cash.
No, Kaue, true story.
Money
I went to Bank of Hawaii.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, guys.
Amen.
You tell them that's your
Unless
plan.
you get the
your business plan.
That we can go to the bank and
no,
money back. No hold them anymore.
When I was married to Anui Nui, I went to First Hawaiian Bank.
Okay.
With one business plan for my pa'iai business.
How you can pay them back?
Okay.
Yeah.
Bruh, showed up business plan.
Yes, sir.
Auntie tell me, she goes, "What do you want a loan for?" I said, "I'm a taro farmer." She stopped me. She laughed. She said, "Boy, we're gonna give taro farmers money." Like, I'm at the bank, and she literally told me that at First Hawaiian Bank, and I left,
But you ain't go try the second Hawaiian Bank.
You know what, Carl? At that point, I actually went to Bank of First American Savings Bank.
And they went.
They never give me money, but
Shucks.
They give you one
I was mad at First Hawaiian Bank.
I
was mad at First Hawaiian Bank, so I went over there and I ended up opening, a traditional whatever checking business account. But the reality is that if you looked at my track record, good thing they never loaned me money.
Yeah. Great plan.
Even pa'iai at $25 a pound, if you really are gonna make it to the, put the best on the board, there's a lot of koina sometimes, or you know what I'm saying?
Plenty
it's
variables.
There's choke variables.
And what you ain't conclude that more better you grow your own.
Yep.
It's the only best way for control what you get coming.
You know what, Carl?
What?
The reality is that I switched gears, and I decided that instead of trying to independently be one taro farmer, that I was gonna try this other stupid crazy thing and try rally up on community of farmers.
Mm-hmm.
And for the last 15 years, that's really, if you sift through all the rhetoric since 2006, everything that I've been trying to say is we need more farmers. And this is my pathway to becoming a farmer. And from 2006 to now, it has been the focus to get to here.
Wow, it's been from
2006. That was the GMO. That was the GMO Kalo, Uncle Jerry, the whole, Pukatit, everything.
No, the bug of 16. That's the 15 and 16.
The
kids.
That is when we decided. That was Ko'iahi's. That was the year Ko'iahi was born. I quit working at Bella Pietra. I decided this is it. I'm all in.
Kind of all in, bro. We're all in.
And 15 years later, we're laughing because we're still trying to figure out what that means. What does all in mean, Kikwa?
Oh, bro.
Oh, yeah, you.
I don't know. I kind of went switch because I never, had a time when like Kalo was kind of made me a lot of, my.
You were smashing, yeah.
But I had to change up, and nowadays that it's not really, it's nice, bro, that I don't need it to make me the money that I need.
Yeah.
And I just need it to eat, and then it's a whole, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
It's a way better relationship. With the
me and Kaue, we're the worst taro farming business guys. We probably have.
Me too, bro. I was bad at it, bro. I give it all away.
Yeah, 1,000 pounds of luau a month. We don't even harvest. We just is there. Oh well.
You know what? Just take the 5-gallon bucket and
yeah, bro. Nah.
You can have
we sell, but you know what I mean? Oh, give plenty away, bro. Kids, bro. Kids just, no, I'm gonna call, bro. they're getting. Kalo for eat, poi for eat.
True that. We need more farmers.
I feel like we need to
land.
create a system where we take out money, yeah, and then people come and they put in work and they get out food. We just have that perpetual ATM where you have so much food in advance that you've done that you can afford to give people a fair day's wage. Because if you could come and put in a day, imagine that, Kiko. You come in, you put in one day, you get like 40 pounds taro.
Wow, that's a lot for a day, huh?
That's cherry. That is cherry.
I think you gotta come like fucking a week first before you even get anything. Shit.
No,
Initiation, man.
But just
pay your
imagine
dues,
that.
man. Get that kind of monthly dues. Like that. You know what I mean? Your quota you gotta make before you even get.
So basically,
how
what you're
long
saying,
you been coming? Get on the
you
kind.
got to get trained to get to that point.
Yeah.
When you're a 40 pound a day guy. Well, I look at what the average rate
the kind
is.
You can just any old.
Right, Kaue?
They're gonna sign up in the kind.
If I can pay you, if I can pay either of you guys for labor for work for one day, would you come work for me for $200 a day?
Of course.
So at $200 a day, you divide them by $4 a pound for taro. That's 50 pounds of taro. Right? Like we gotta start treating taro farming as a high wage employment, even for something as silly as pulling weeds. Oh, yeah. Which means somehow we gotta have enough taro to value that, because actually none of us been in that situation where we can give somebody.
Pretty
soon.
But if we're really gonna get guys, you know, I mean, Kaue, nice. If you're not getting paid, I'm an asshole. I stay home and I make $200 carving stones. I don't even go nowhere. I don't even like see you.
And that's the hard part about the kalos. Like once it becomes a thing that you need to sell to make the money, you spend half of your time selling them. Yeah. And that's why it's hard. So when you're just trying to eat it and it just translates right.
If we can eliminate the sale,
then you cutting out so much stress, bro, and just bullshit in your life.
What you're saying is you're making it spiritual.
Yeah.
When you take away the money, it's a sustenance and a.
And it's hard because, like you said, you always you gotta provide for folks that cannot do it.
End product.
Yeah.
Per pound.
Yeah,
but the whole way there per pound.
Fully, and always, people want, so you gotta sell, and then you gotta sell it for enough for it to be, worth it.
Can you imagine? But today on Oahu, organic taro, $4 a pound is a fair price. I seen raw taro $6 a pound.
$3 a pound. We was just getting some offers for ours, but we do the pai luau thing, and it's not really like the best, and you really sell them for the top dollar, really. You know what I mean? We just eat them. Tell guys, I don't know. We kind of just eat them. Up to you guys. If you guys try, you can buy them cheaper, but usually guys don't really. It's okay.
Yeah.
But
so you gotta have plenty taro lands, yeah. That's the truth. If you're gonna do them, you gotta have a bunch of land.
People can go.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
That's what it is. It's gotta have more people farming them.
Yeah, definitely.
More people farming the kalo.
More like just interaction, everybody.
But yeah, more people on the aino. More aino opening up for people to do it. Yeah, I don't know.
Creating teams on different places. Once you acquire a machine, or somebody who get one machine, who will donate it, or
what kind of machine?
Any kind of machine, bulldozer, that kind.
Yeah,
trailer, tractor.
It's almost like if you own one place that like used to be like that, you're almost part of like kuleana almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's part of your you buy into on something you never know, but that's what it is. You get one lo'i land. And you're not gonna try and make one lo'i when one lo'i never have one lo'i. You know what I mean? You make them where always had them.
Yes, sir.
You know what? River run once, gonna run twice. You tap that bug out. That's the same struggles everybody been fighting forever. Return the water. You know what I mean? It's all the hard battles everybody been fighting for a long time.
I think that's the other part that's kind of draining as a farmer.
Yeah, more land.
All the battles make you tired.
Half the time, as a farmer, used to fighting for even be one farmer. I have what you need. No help. I mean, you don't really get help from all the bigger things out there. Just you and the
but if we had equipment, we could supply if we could supply equipment. Imagine if we have a tractor and one trailer.
Yeah,
you could just make
some I don't know,
empower the individual with like super arms, super If I just had one actual shovel come out of my arm, yeah, right? Yeah.
Robo.
Yeah,
One
robo
shovel. You can just shovel forever.
You see Kaue, you could tell it's Kaue because always had the shovel would be dent or chip or something. Be like, you okay? Or you have a band-aid on the shovel. Don't worry, tomorrow the thing be straight again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna broke him again
Standing
tomorrow.
over there leaking oil. Nah, for real though. Imagine that. Yeah. Sure, get people out there who get the thing that's sitting around.
Okay, cool. You ever
Yeah,
been to
bro.
the Onipa'a Nahoi Kalo work days? They ever did come?
No.
Kilo.
No. My time of working call was pretty the kind, bro. Like we never go venture out
Pretty much Uncle Kia and
we just was working over there up at Pu'upu'eo.
But I mean, place was mean.
And then, dry land kind from Uncle Jimmy, of course, Navahi, high school.
bro, you guys patch at Navahi is impressive.
All that. And just from there, I went trickle into our yards at home. Everybody was taking home kalo, planting kalo at home and stuff too during the intermediate high school days. And
How bad did the little red fire ant impact the dry land in those areas?
pretty bad, I guess. They are around, but kind of weird, bro. Like, I don't know. They don't really bother us. Like in our little patch, we don't really too much.
You hem with a tree, the fire and go away. We stay on the border outside of the
I
patch.
don't know.
Guy.
We stay right there in one paw mau, just in one grass thing that the sheep come in and eat, and then like we've seen them and they're around, but we had
We get the sheep.
the sheep come in. They don't like how you guys had the kind ohana, that. So I was like, yeah, right on, bro.
Yes.
Okay. Just like that.
Yeah, the sheep is mean, huh?
No, they're good, bro. They don't bother the kalo. When we first plant them, they kind of come and
Step on them,
move them around, knock them over. You gotta go make
Slap
sure the
one
thing's
sheep.
still there, but you just don't let them in that paddock for a little while. All the things they lock in, but.
How you the kind like keep the pigs out? Is that when
Pigs,
something that
we
you
lucky we
fuck up?
stayed residential and they get pretty good fence set up. Actually, it's agriculture. It's Panaeva Homestead, the ag lots, but
Yeah.
like you know what I mean.
Everybody gets fence.
Everybody pretty tight over there. Yeah, the security on the fences and stuff is pretty tight.
Have you seen taro in your experience? Is taro growing increased on the Big Island or decreased in your tenure? Do you see
When increase.
When
See
increase.
kalo in people's yards more. Maybe I just don't notice, but I don't know. I think even increase more. I don't know. All around get kalo growing. People, just more and more. But it could be because I'm noticing more because I'm more into it. But seems like it's more around.
I think
We've seen an increase here on Oahu for sure.
Yeah.
Increase.
You know what I mean?
More consciousness about what the bug is.
But Hilo is a famous place of taro growing.
Yeah.
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 For like time immemorial and Punasai and Panaeva, that was where the varieties all birthed from, right? And
Yeah, a lot of, dry land and spring fed or, kind swampland kind, pu'e kind.
How you make
But-
up in the bushes, the inside the fern. What fern is that? The black fern. You
Oh.
plant right in the fern. You bought in the fern. What fern is that?
The hapu, amau. Amau, I don't know, all the kind of tree ferns. That's the amau get plenty, and then the hapu are the big ones. But yeah, a tree fern kind. I haven't actually been sort of kind for do that one too much, but just in the dry land and
Big
around.
pigs
But
over there too.
most recently, kind of in the past 10 years, stumbling into the natural farming stuff, that kind of went throwing a whole lot of
Curveball.
like thoughts into things of growing.
Almost like
because you've been
wow.
natural farming for what, over 1 decade now, at least, yeah.
Yeah.
From when Cho's first visit to Kiao, I go to that workshop, and that was my first hearing about him. But my wahine at the time, my kid's mom, she actually was going to some college classes that semester. She would get introduced to him, and she was showing us about him. So that was actually my first introduction to him, and then the following year he would come.
Almost unbelievable, yeah, when you first engaging
When I
this.
first
And you're
was
like,
here, she was
what the
telling me, I was like,
hell?
what you talking about? When I was, fermentation kind of stuff. I was kind of like, okay, what she talking about? I know about the molds, kind of like a little bit. I heard some things about, not all mold is bad kind of thing. You know what I mean? But after a while, I started getting into them, and yeah, mean, bro. Mean, and then, it just makes you see now why, growing things in the bushes, why the one in the bushes turn out better? You know, he's mulching them with all that forest humus and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
All that organic matter, what get that?
Yeah.
That's what the kupunas all did. Even get that.
Yeah, and
Make
it's like,
what get.
yeah, we're doing them the same
Save
kind
them.
of stuff. I swear we're
Save
giving them the same note, but the one in the bushes with surrounded by that, all that
Uluhe
natural
fern just ready for
microorganism
freaking.
yeah, getting mulched by that. Yeah, it made a difference. That took me some years later for really understand, why that was going on. Yeah. If I have the basis doing that too, that was very valuable to
The
me.
KNF lens, now you can see them in the rest of the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of
So where I go first place for get my IMO? The Uluhe patch.
The Uluhe patch. But you look at it, it looks like it's a home for microbes.
Yeah, bro.
Sometimes you go in the rain, you go in the Uluhe patch, almost dry at the bottom.
Oh, bro. And you everybody dug underneath the Uluhe patch and you come to those layers of all that mycelium going. You just like, what is all this white stuff? Now I know.
Magic.
It's really different. The Uluhe on Oahu has left the shoreline. Yeah, you can't drive anywhere around the island and see Uluhe on the shoreline. It's all been pressed up in the mountains. And
back here, you get some.
The role of Uluhe in fixing the soil.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are like the misnomers. Super like deep. People always ask, like, well, how did the ancestors do it? And it's like the hao, the Uluhe, the kukui. Like these things weren't miraculous. It wasn't just there cause was a part of a system of soil growth.
Why? Cause.
Yeah, why? Right. But there was a why to all of the things that the kupunas were doing. But they were doing it at such an advanced, was almost like common sense. Yeah, like everything was laid out. I mean, we think of it. This is the story I heard. I heard that at one point there was no trees in Waipio. Yeah, because it was all being farmed, but also because the wood to cook the taro. Yeah, and then to come to Oahu and come to the east side of the island, where predominant wood for emus is hao. And then realizing that the hao is such an integral part in growing not just the mulch, but the firewood for the emus. And so you're like rotating out hao in your taro patch to actually grow what you're going to use for make your biochar, have all your leaf litter there. And
make your cordage, make your thing.
Exactly.
It's all part of one lifestyle.
One system. You just chasing this thing and using everything, and it's like
not wasting.
No
anything.
waste. No waste.
Yep. Turn around and look wherever you was, get something growing out. You know what I mean? You didn't eat over there. You didn't leave something behind. Some pea shells.
I think that's the mastery of the Kanaka way, is the use of everything to its fullest. I think of tonight in our emu, and you know what? I'm so happy. I gotta move some shit around in my freezers. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that.
So when I look in my freezer,
we're gonna do that.
The things that I see, is like, brah, Daniel, how come you still get this pig carcass in here?
Because we was gonna.
But it's like we're gonna emu the pig carcass. We're gonna make pho broth. We're gonna make some mean stuff in the emu. Perfect. That's why there's a pig carcass in your freezer.
So when you make the emu, you look inside your freezer. Yep.
Now we're about to fumigate the house inside. When you open these freezers and you start undoing everything, what the hell is this? Where's good emu? Where's good emu?
You know what's funny? I look at my freezer. This is how spoiled I am. In 2021, I look at my freezer. I travel the world. I know what trip that is, or what this was from. Oh, look, the salmon from Alaska, freaking elk from over here. It's like, oh shit, brother Daniel, you freaking.
We're gonna grind.
You food rich.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of crazy to be in one of the most isolated places in the world, with a freezer full of killer food. Yeah, choke iron-based food, living in a time where everyone's talking about 90% or more imported food diet. Yeah, and I think about this. Think about, bro, my kids basically are almost like, they get so much access and availability that they do not live in the normal statistic of the local child in Hawaii. What kids get taro whenever they like, get poi. I mean, I get kids, they don't eat sour poi, so they don't eat fresh poi. That means they only eat poi 3 days a week. You know what I'm saying? From Thursday, Friday, Saturday, di poi. By Sunday time, the thing come a little bit pika. Boom, boom, boom. I have one child. This is how crazy it is. I have one child. My youngest, she didn't poi. She refused. Anything you say, hey, poi donut. No. Like, she is my ultimate resistance. We're in one family. We're going to eat rice. One time. True story. Maybe I shouldn't say this. But somebody brought over a couple plate lunches. And my kids was at that. And I was like, all right, we're going to eat this, kids. Right there, my daughter starts conking the white rice. And she goes, what is this, Dad? I go, I tell her, it's crack. She goes, can I have more crack, please? Like, pounding the white rice, bro. Like, smashing the white rice. Like, just like, whole fiending, man.
Rice, kako.
You know, in my household.
White rice.
Yeah, white rice.
Yeah.
Straight white rice.
But it's as if.
Okay, cool. How's this?
That was a
my
metaphor.
Children.
Yeah, for all you guys out there, that was a metaphor.
My older daughters know how to cook.
Metaphor.
My older daughters know how to cook rice in a regular pot.
Yeah.
Because every once in a while we get the real expensive Japanese rice and we cook that in the regular on the stove pot.
You get the special kind.
But none of my kids' jobs is it to cook rice.
Bruh, you ever did... Here's one free one.
Free one. Let me give you
What
that
is
one.
that? That's invisible rice.
Invisible rice.
I thought you made rice that. I did. No,
Invisible rice.
No.
You never see the kind.
That is full of invisible rice.
Imagine.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what.
That's one free one.
That'd be definitely healthy.
Yeah, that's invisible rice. I eat some of that
imagine
shit.
the rice. I tell you guys what. No joke. My heart breaks sometimes when I go to our Hawaiian events and I see Uncle, and I know Uncle either gotta go dialysis soon or just came from dialysis. Telling me, we're over here at one Hawaiian event, one protest, eating, lau laos, and Uncle gotta have rice. And he tell me, oh boy, I gotta have my rice. And his legs all swollen, not walking good, and me, I don't know, something wrong with me, where if I eat rice, my body does not like it. If I eat this cow roast shit,
I think somehow we gotta, like, one of the things is, like, one solution is, like, we go, like I say all the time, we go recognize the elephant in the room. Yeah, like, we just call it what it is, and our level of Makalani is not on that nose. And I just identify on that. No, it's not what the doctor says. It might be all these other things, yeah? Because how much things they been give you so far? How many total drugs you on right now that they... What you mean you're supposed to take this for the rest of your life? How's about this solution, to your pilikea with your kino? Because... Right?
Drink the Metamucil or eat your poi. Boom. That's how simple it is. You can go to the doctor say, hey, you need this, or you can just
eat the poi.
Lean on your freaking lepo.
Lean on your older bottle, lean on. Yes, sir. And trust them. I think, like, opening up an avenue for trust, like, showing the differences, like, we show each other all the time.
Why call? I food shame people.
No, like, showing the differences between, like, get people who came from...
Because I'm going to say, oh, shucks, because I sure as hell tried to.
Over the 3 years.
These fuckers bringing all kind of terrible foods.
Physically went change, man.
Addicted my kids to high fructose corn syrup, and I'm over there supposed to thank them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, give my kid. You know my favorite thing is somebody give my kid one candy. I go over there, take them from my kid, make them cry right in front of that guy. Does that make me a bad dad? Am I giving my kids like
no,
right?
No.
We go.
That fucking Anthony and me just go right over there. Candy. What you giving my kids freaking this rubbish?
Who gave you that, Uncle Kyle?
Oh yeah, all the time. Secret.
On the side.
But
let your dad see.
Don't let your father see.
We also giving them the, exact and hopefully the opposite of that in the iPorno. Yeah. Can only wish.
You get the other one, I get the good cop, bad cop kind of, Main thing you eat poi, boy.
Yes, sir.
Main thing you eat the poi.
Well,
you eat the talo, boy.
You know what I have found,
that kind?
and this is just me, is that there's actually high quality candies.
Yeah.
And you can actually get candies still made
organic. How do you make that?
with
Organic candy
real
stuff.
sugar.
Okay.
Right? Like you can actually make choices in what you decide.
That's
Like, it's like beer.
Yes, so read the
right?
package,
You can drink the good local beer, or you can just drink Budweiser. Right? And there's actually a huge difference in economic impact, physical impact. I mean, the good thing about the local beer is you really can't drink a case of Hawaiian Olas. You know what I'm saying? You bust. You get guys that drink Budweiser all night, but you drink the local one. Oh, 6 beers in. So, is it the same? You know, is that about consumption? Right? Because this is what I hear. Growing up is like, who can drink the most is the baddest. Yeah? And so we have this sense of overconsumption somehow propping up, making you a better person because you consume more.
Right.
But then, like that, as you get older, you realize
wouldn't it be better to have to consume less?
Yeah, we related to food.
Yeah.
I actually would brag about that. I would brag about how.
Only take me a little bit, right?
Yeah, 2 beers, boom, taking advantage of me.
How poor is Kalo, right? How poor is the money is of the kind. Yeah, the alcohol. How poor is alcohol?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Whatever can be translated into that
same
honor. Yeah, the honor, your
I've
honor.
noticed
how you value your honor.
when I eat poi.
What is it worth to you?
Yeah.
I don't need as much ito.
Yeah, your health,
yeah.
You know, your ola, your honor. Yeah.
When I eat poi, I need less meat.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Like if I eat rice, I can eat one whole steak, but I eat the poi, I only eat half the steak. I can share with my kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Just pound the poi.
Yeah, smash the poi.
Eat 1 pound poi. Nobody can eat 1 pound poi and then like.
This might seem weird though, but at 43 years old, my poi doodles is on point. I feel energized when I use the bathroom. I don't go bathroom and feel like, you know how like you feel sick sometimes, you gotta use the bathroom. I don't feel sick and gotta use the bathroom. In fact, when I gotta use the bathroom, I almost get excited. Because I'm making room for eat again.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, how long does it stay inside? Once you put the thing.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes I do the kind of body test. I do digestion test. Yeah. And I eat 1 scoop corn. Yeah.
And you see how long it takes.
I time that sucker, bro. If the thing will come right out, bro, hey, something wrong. Yeah, the thing pipe. Or bugger something wrong.
20 minutes later, you had tung, 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 tung. Corn still hot.
Heads up.
You know what they'll call it? Digestion.
Yeah. No, that's a
digestion is a real issue. In our community. My understanding is prior to Western contact, there was no Hawaiian term for indigestion. That was one of those terms that to make up, because on the poi diet, on the sour poi diet, that wasn't an experience that Kanaka had.
What was top shape?
Right? You figure today, Native Hawaiians and indigenous people in Hawaii are some of the most, they have the most complex health issues.
Challenges, yeah.
Yeah, but we're only like 150 years from the people that had no challenges. Best teeth, phenomenal body, all of these things. And today we face the real pandemic. Yeah, the real pandemic is the lack of ono for that way. Now we get so much options. Yeah. That we just...
So much ono. So much
we just choose.
So
much
other ono.
Pull up.
It is.
You only get so... Opu's only so big. You can only eat so much. Plenty people don't choose the ono. The aina, the kalo, the thing as the ono.
For me, I hear that term, ai ka mea loa'a, yeah? And then they use that for, because, get spam, so you got to eat them. But then me, I try to look at them as like, not eat what get what eat. Like, we got to go out there and get those things for empower our bodies and ourselves. And, recently I did one pizza thing. We made the sour poi pizza for some kids in Waimanalo.
What you just said, it took sense. You got to go get the food. Like nowadays, people walk into the grocery store. Now imagine if you walk into the grocery store and then had the deal inside there that you had to go kill and then slaughter and then process.
Everybody would be skinny.
Right. Hey, but you still provide you the store. But then you walk in and okay, bro, here you go to your store. Now you gotta be on hammer enough for kill that thing. Watch out the tiger, because the tiger. Serious.
No, that's what they call Molokai. But it's tiger shark.
Yes,
when you catching uhus, watch out.
That's it. Yeah, empower the next.
But you look at how
generation.
different, right? We look at
Recognize.
Molokai, and Molokai is a place that still has a lot of this critical health pandemic. But when you look at the guys that are the gatherers in the family, they tend to be the healthier uncles. They tend to be the healthier sisters, the ones that are actually participate in the subsistence.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
Because you gotta go holo.
Part of
You
the
gotta
lifestyle.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lifestyle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you shoot the spear and then
That means you diving.
Yeah.
That means you swimming against the current, going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, that's a come.
so here
part
on
of the lifestyle.
Oahu, we're in a situation because of our normal access to the
Lifestyle
subsistence
threatened.
lifestyle. Now we're naturally not as,
Same way any animal goes extinct or whatever. It's usually,
I think
environmental
push to stuff like
changes, lifestyle,
Peloton, where you get
force
like
changes.
weird. Why you like ride one bike in your house for when you can go ride one bike? Is that just me, or is that where we're kind of going to as in people? I
It
don't
also
know.
has one trainer. Telling you.
Oh yeah. I seen this one. The girl videotape her husband who like committed to the team because, and he go, I think my husband in love with the girl on the fucking Peloton. And then she peeked, look him. He said, Classic.
Hey, motivation.
If we
What
can
you
make
own
that
it for?
If we make it, show that on the TV.
Yeah.
Right, to
You
the
know.
3D. Yeah. Go ahead, you guys, bend down. Make it like you right in the Kalo too. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Bro. All angles, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, we already know we need yoga for taro farmers because everybody dealing with broke back.
What we call them, Kalo aerobics.
Kalo aerobics.
Before even anything happened, I searched it.
Kalo aesthetics.
Kalo aesthetics. Kalo aesthetic.
Yeah, bro, for real.
Uncle Carl's alarm go off 4:45, but take him 15 minutes to get out of bed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at least, bro.
You know,
Still going, bro.
Kill Bill.
Still going, bro.
when she stay inside the car, she's making her toe move. That's Uncle Kyron. Left toe move, toe
fuck.
move. Oh, and then he go all the way up the body. Okay, freaking woke up cripple. 15 minutes later, smashing.
Gotta turn on, bro.
Problem with my imagination, huh? Your imagination good. Right, you just keep yourself laughing all day. Just imagining yourself in a better situation. You know what I'm saying? Pouring rain, you're imagining yourself sunny there. Why you look so cheerful, Daniel? Oh, my imagination. Augmented reality over here. You hang out with Vince Dodge, Papa Kanai, you hang out with him as a kid. You learn how to augment your reality. You know what? I don't know now. Kiavi being picking is cool. Pounding taro cool. Hey, going taro patch cool. Bro, when we was young, Kiko, that shit wasn't cool, yeah? It was like,
I never knew too many people
Necessary.
who did it to be cool.
yeah, they wasn't doing it for be
Some
cool,
people
yeah?
I knew who did it, but it wasn't really to be cool. It's just like, that's what they was
Kuleana.
Yeah,
Your boy,
that's
this is
that's
serious
doing their
thing.
I don't know,
They
but
was
I was
doing their
playing
thing.
spots, bro. Like non-stop. That was my out. I never make my boy do that. At the end, never have him value kind of for me too much. But that would teach you that, all of that.
You know the thing about Shane, though, Carl?
Overcoming
Shane know how.
challenges, yeah, facing adversity, doing all that kind of stuff. Get out of ways for learning. I just saying, yeah. And farming down, some good teacher lessons, choke lessons.
You get
I think the biggest one, no matter if you're at the beginning or if you're at the end cooing them, and I think we all get to see a lot of that humility. Yeah, is people that come or ask for the big pohaku or something like that, and then like even after recommendation or even after correction or something like, hey, let me apply you first into this thing. Yeah. That humility is one of the first things come with planting. I think so. What you think? You agree or you disagree? Because I just said that.
Yeah, that's one
the thing
the kind.
humble you.
That's one Cho, what you call teaching that Cho went tell about when he come about, you gotta, it's not about what you want the plant to do. You gotta look at what the plant going to do. Because the plant has a life already,
Hell yeah.
a cycle of its own. And then, the world and weather and all these other things get their cycles that's going on. And you gotta check all that out before you make your, you know what I mean?
Yes, man.
you get your expectations of what you think this plant gonna do.
Oh, everybody from taro is the world's best taro farmer. You know what I'm saying? Until you're doing them and you're like, oh, what the hell is going on? How come my taro don't look like Uncle Bobby's?
Humbling.
Yeah. Nah, plenty. Yeah. That's why.
I come smash. Oh, humbling.
I think it's not everybody's ready for that level of humbling. So we almost have to like build them up to be able to experience that and then want to come back.
I think one solution we can try come find up is like maybe like one roadmap to, like a roadmap. Not saying steps
To subsistence.
Well, yeah,
To farming.
roadmap
Yep.
to subsistence. Yeah, where we start. A lot of questions that people ask is like, "Ooh, where do I start?" Yeah, well, here's where you start. We can do an assessment. You get land or you know more land. That's usually number one.
Yep.
Hey, dude, fine. Okay, we got
land,
number one on
boom,
this new
you
assessment.
in already.
Number one. You get land or you know more land. Okay, boom. Yeah, and then we make the thing. Because if you get land, go left. If you know more land, stay to the right. Okay, yeah.
I almost think they'll call. They're not even ready for that. They say people grow this stuff. They don't know how to eat them.
Oh yeah.
You gotta value them. You gotta know if
it's like one whole thing where we in this psychology of the assimilated. Yeah.
Yeah, me.
Where you have bought hook, line, and dinner. You have bought hook, line, and sinker. The bagged rice, the Costco pork.
I'm gonna make up one word right now. I copy them. Yeah, I copyright this fucking word. Assimilate. Yeah, I think too much time. We
Look at
assimilate.
this guy. I just said him. I owe him 10 cents.
What? So you said assimilate?
I said assimilate.
Oh, you fucker.
No, I just wouldn't use your word. And now I said him again. Now I owe him 20 cents. Bro, this guy cannot be copywriting words over here. I'll be broke at the end of this conversation.
I just say copyright. That's so funny.
I think assimilate is a great word.
Bruh.
Patent pending.
Where you assimilate and you assume at the same time.
And then if we were talking about racism, right? At the core of that is assimilation. Because after all these years, we're still at the same fucking point. No matter what generation we at. Yeah, just that we know something that you pretend not to know. But just like the guy that left, he too had an opportunity before he just had moved from over there. Yeah. Why? Did he know that Kaue Nahoi is our congressman in Washington, D.C. at least? I mean, you know what I mean? Do your homework before you come over here.
Uncle, he did his homework. This is the most COVID-safe place for runaway too.
Yeah.
That was the extent of his homework. Yeah. That was the extent of his homework. And what he would value, yeah? Like I said, what he would value is the avenue of the solutions. But he capitalizing on the solutions. His peak of interest to learn these things, yeah? And then this is something that we're challenged with, yeah? Mm-hmm. Is the fact that, one, if you tried to get knowledge about this beforehand, where do you find it? How do you judge if the knowledge that you're getting is relevant or trustworthy? Okay. Yeah, right? Perfect. These are the challenges that are facing.
I think we can start like
what is
when
the
you go
entry
to another
point?
place. I don't know what kind of food they eat. Get the American stuff.
Yeah, but you try to go Google Hawaiian food, and you know what the thing gonna take you to? Helena's. Right. So and you look at what is being reflective because people
they think that chicken long rice is Hawaiian food.
Lomi salmon is definitely Hawaiian food, and so is mac salad. 100% Hawaiian mac salad.
No, but then so that's the thing, assimilation. Because they assume that that's the Hawaiian food.
Accumulation of assumption.
Or Tongan.
Yes. This guy, I love this. We finally recording. We used to do this all the time. This is tongue shit. Yeah. In the dock. We do this in the dock. Yeah. This is awesome. You can edit that out.
There's zero editing over here, bro. Guarantee. Uncle L, he's mean. In fact, he get the reverse edit. He take the thing that you say and somehow he make you say them like you said them in reverse, and you're like, I never did say that. He's like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, you did say that.
That one time he's like, yes, that guy is bad. I was like, kill L. I never say that. You and go ahead and edit that. You know.
I gonna kind of I gotta excuse myself out of this podcast, Kako. I gotta go make sure that in time for my wife.
Oh.
When she Ohana.
7:24.
Running a little bit late tonight. Please, but stay and keep talking. please.
Yep.
Yeah, Uncle.
Love you,
please,
Uncle
like,
Kyle.
sit down and talk, cause
where we at time-wise, Uncle, for tonight?
We're talking
good,
about
huh?
stuff, huh?
You know what? We're going to close out early over here tonight because we got choke emo action.
Yeah, we're doing emo before this.
This is where we want the comments tonight. This is the comments that we want to hear from you guys. How do you find out? What are your, if you can leave this in the comments, what are your go-to to learn about places that you visit in Hawaii?
Help us come up with a solution to this question. When visitors come and explain, hey, what's an emu? And the process and all the questions that they might ask in one simpler form that we can present. Or
you know what? Kaue, the solution is I look at Kaue over here and his shiny freaking object syndrome.
You can go Google
Uncle Kaue, all these things you're asking for, you gotta make them. Yeah, how to make an emu by Uncle Kaue. How to do this by Uncle Kaue.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not.
I guess we could.
It's not. And you know how I know it's not?
Because you Google it.
I would look up some of these things.
To make one emu.
And you know what the best part is?
No.
The guys that are doing them, you can tell they don't actually know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody in the group knows what they're doing, but as far as like when you really look at how it is, some people can do it, but most of us can't explain what they're doing. And that's where we need these videos to be, where it's real breakdown, you know, like...
Yeah, I understand.
You know what, Uncle?
I get this fucking video.
I gotta coin them. I'm gonna copyright this right now, yeah?
I go to see you copyrighted shit now.
I'm copyrighting this now. We're copywriting over here.
Hey, you can copyright anything you like, Uncle. Yeah? If copywriting is something that you gotta do.
But it's something like the 4 dummies. Indigenous culture for dummies. Yeah, and give you one formula on how you can go in place
before you come.
And look the least stupid. You still gonna look dumb.
Yeah.
But
no matter what.
But your stupidity level gonna drop like 20 points.
How offensive you are might change.
Hey, gaining respect early is beneficial.
And let me ask you a question. If you're a visitor to some place, wouldn't you want to come?
You gotta be the Polynesian culture.
From the side of respect.
Polynesian Culture Center of YouTube. I got you, Uncle. All right, you guys. Before we head out tonight, I'm going to leave you with this quick tip. This is super important. This is traditional negotiating 101.
Watch this.
Yeah. Always bring a gift equal or greater than what you asking for. And you're going to find out you're going to probably get what you're asking for. Yeah. That's what the whole kupu is. When you go and you make your offering. And when you make your offering, you state what you brought and what you're seeking. And then you get a better chance of getting what that is. And if the guy take them or the girl take, then they're accepting to give you what you want, right? So never ever show up empty-handed. Even if you got to pay for them, know that money isn't the same. Like if you're paying for an experience, but you want more out of it, then you got to show up with more. Yeah, the payment is just the sustainability part. So if money is the mechanism that you use, add 2 more zeros to whatever you're giving us, and then you see how we're going to treat you different. Or, yeah, if you don't have money, make like your grandma's favorite dish and come share food with us. Because that's the extreme of the planet that we live at, yeah? When you talk about your peoples and you bring one dish, you share some food, it makes us more interested in your peoples. Yeah, and if we're here to share knowledge and experiences, then there has to be like something of substance.
Yes.
Yeah, otherwise we're just fluffing each other. And one of the things that I'm learning as I get older, especially hanging around Uncle Kaue.
Not funny, but it's real funny though. Because Kikoa, the answer was the same, really, really. Wait 6 days before you even ask, before you can have. Like we're talking about that example that we was talking about, yeah, and wait first, put in first, like sure, something.
I think people, though, Uncle, have expectations.
Sure.
And Hawaiian culture is presented as this: we'll teach you everything you want for free, you know. And it's not
and
very.
How do we flip that and change? How do we find a solution to just flip down in a positive light and not being seeing racism? Because that's what we're trying to do. Yeah, but behind this education that
I go copyright one other one. Nah, this is somebody else. I'm gonna have to pay somebody
that is hand behind this education that we're giving you. That if it wasn't for these guys who live and ancestors who pass them down, sorry we don't write them down like that. Sorry, that's not how we pass knowledge. Is you just come over and ask, how you guys do this? sorry, we don't answer like that.
It's kind of like, you know, how they say Olelo Hawaii is one language of context. It's kind of one of those things. You got to be here.
Yeah, man.
To experience them, feel them.
Thank you.
You know, live them.
Love you guys.
Live them and learn them.
Mahalo. Hey, we'll go pull it on fast one.
All right.
Yeah, it's the end of the night. Let's thank everybody. Circle up, come on, Billy. Oh, you're in the circle, boy. Yeah, boy. Oh, grab Palima. Yeah, just mahalo kia koa, no kia podcast, and Nalima, Naleo, Kamanao, Kokua mai, me kia mopoe, hoi makahale, me na pumai kai. Nui kia aloha I ka ohanas. Ulu kia koa. Omana ke kai. Amama, uanoa, mahalo. Yeah, you guys. Lono I ka makaiki.
Today the waves are pretty big.
Pretty big?
Where the waves? Where the waves?
Oh, you're gonna take them apart? Yeah, I'm sorry.
I went boogie boarding, but there was tricks, but I got